Whether you're looking to buy your first home or trying to relocate, I really think there is some good news for you on the horizon. Now, as you probably know, in recent years, and yes, I'm talking about last 3 to 5 years, there was a huge shortage of the houses on the market and real estate generally, and that caused a lot of current homeowners to pretty much stay put. They didn't really sell their houses, and that's because it would be very difficult for them to basically look for a new house too. The impact, of course, of that situation was that anybody trying to look for a home had very difficult time.
Another one.
I know. This is so frustrating.
And it was nearly impossible for some families to find decent home, especially at a good price. Now finally this situation is changing again, and it looks like we're entering buyer's market again. So if you're looking to buy a house in next few months, especially if that house is not gonna be in New York City, Los Angeles, or any other popular area, then soon you should find some pretty good deals. So why is this housing situation changing in the first place? Well, the main and I think pretty straightforward reason is that a lot of people living in these bigger cities in the COVID era, and yes, I'm talking between let's say 2020 and 2023, pretty much switched from going to the offices to work to remote working at home positions only. However, because now a lot of companies actually require them to come back to work to get paid or even to sustain their job, now they're starting to relocate back to these big cities like New York City, for example, and therefore more available empty real estate spaces are opening, and that of course includes houses you can buy or even properties to rent. Now if I would be personally looking for a house somewhere in Midwest, for example, or pretty much any quiet place that is not metropolitan area and stuff like that, to be honest, I would probably wait for a while before trying to purchase a house, because even though this situation started to change right now, but it will probably take few months at least until you see some major impact. So once more people move away from these areas, there will be more properties to sell. Then not only is it gonna make it easier for you to buy a house or even rent an apartment, but when you decide to do so, it will also be at way better price. Now with all that positive things, I gotta talk about the elephant in the room, and that is of course, if you're planning to buy or rent apartment in one of these busy areas like New York City, Phoenix, Arizona, Chicago, Illinois, or Los Angeles, California, then because a lot of people are moving back to those areas right now due to in-person work requirement from their companies, then in these areas finding a good property might be actually more difficult. So if you're planning to buy some property in these very highly populated areas, especially those cities with a lot of offices and etc., then I'm not really sure if waiting will add to your benefit. However, in these less densely populated areas, that situation is totally opposite. So then waiting these few extra months might be a positive thing. Now one more thing I wanna say about this waiting time. If you are planning to wait these next few months, then save some extra money for the down payment, because then your mortgage rate will be a little bit lower, and that's always a good thing. Speaking about savings, if you want to earn some nice interest on your money, check this video right here. I use that bank for a while now, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna work for you too. And as always, thank you for watching.